I just need to lay down for a little bit, man.
What's up, Saiyan Army? Welcome to the video. Today is the day I've been waiting for all week. Reason being is about a week ago, or exactly 1 week ago, I decided to do a 30-day calf challenge. Now, I don't know if anyone's ever done this before. I honestly didn't even look it up on YouTube or anything. I know people have done like the push-up challenge and yoga, I don't know, probably bicep curls, I don't know. I've seen other challenges of these 30-day things, but I've never seen anyone do the calves yet. And for me, I was talking with Bryson last week and he was telling me how he has those renner calves and they don't grow, and I don't believe in that. I believe that, you know, no matter how bad your calf genetics are, obviously you can't make them great if you have the worst calf genetics in the world, but you can make them a lot better than they were before, you know. And I've helped clients, while increasing frequency and intensity, grow their calves, you know. No matter how badly they were, they responded and they grew and they got a little bit better. And yes, I agree that genetics play a role, but that doesn't mean to disregard that body part just because it doesn't grow. So I'm super excited because I've been hitting my calves for the past 7 days. I honestly have been neglecting them ever since like quarantine started and I stopped lifting in the gym, just because it's a little bit harder to hit them and a little bit more setup time, and to be honest, I'm just being lazy. So prior to this week, I haven't hit calves in a long time, so my calves have been sore like hell all week. I think for the past 4 or 5 days I've been having like, yeah, trouble walking. It's been tight. And the past 2 days have been pretty decent. I'm finally sort of acclimating to it. But after all that pain, I got my handy dandy teddy bear measuring tape, and I'm looking forward to measuring these bad boys. All right, week 1 check-in. Been hitting calves every single day for the past week. I think a lot of my calf growth initially in this week, if there is any, I'm hoping there is, would be dedicated to some atrophy that happened when I stopped training calves during the quarantine and everything, which honestly wasn't that long, but we'll see. So last week when I measured my calves, they were 40 centimeters. And let's see what they are today. I'm gonna go around the biggest part. I think that's the biggest part. 40.5 centimeters. Cardio calf pump. All right, so got my pre-workout meal, got some egg cups, got spinach, cheese, mushrooms, got some turkey sausages right here, got some rice, got some orange juice, and gonna watch Diamond No Ace. So car battery is dead. I want to fix that really quickly. Bryson's coming over to lift in about an hour, and I was supposed to run errands, but I'm just going to cancel that and fix that battery. No, it's not the Corvette battery. It is my old car. It's my old Caddy, my first ever car that I ever purchased with my own money. I think I was like 19 years old, and I took out a loan for, well, the entire car cost me I think like $12,500. And I think the loan was like $10,000. And I remember I wanted to get that loan so badly just to help me build credit, because I understood that, you know, for building credit, you want to start young. So I could get my credit card and eventually buy a house, and everything's coming to fruition. Also might buy a house with Panda. He wants to go in on an investment home later this week. I might film a little bit more for you guys. But yeah, that was my first car, and my dad just so happens to be in the area. I don't have jumper cables or anything. So hopefully gonna fix that right now before Bryson comes.
Try now.
It doesn't really go out. Moment of truth. All right, so Bryson is here, stretching out.
Oh, what's up?
Untied Hawaii.
What's up, guys?
Anyways, one of the reasons he's here is one, because I have a gym and he wants to work out, but two, because we're also looking to start a podcast.
That's right.
So yeah, it's something we're looking to get into. We're researching all the equipment and everything. We're gonna
take over JRE.
Yes, that's what we are doing. Yeah, with less mushrooms. Yeah. Or more. No. Anyway, so yeah, we're looking to start our own podcast. Comment down below. We're still trying to figure out what we want to call this podcast. So leave suggestions down below in the comment section and we'll get to them. Also subscribe to Bryson if you're new. But yeah, we're gonna go kill this workout. Alright, so we're hitting our back today. Starting off with pull-ups, doing 5 sets of 10 body weight as warm-up because I like to keep my pull-up volume high because lats is one of my weak points. After that, we have a higher rep weighted pull-up day. So we're doing 4 sets of 8 reps with 50 pounds on the rings. Yo, Bryson, you okay?
I think so. I don't know what happened, man. I started getting anxious all of a sudden. I think I was having like a mini panic attack for some reason when I was working out.
You think it's the caffeine or?
Dude, I don't know, maybe. I just felt like super out of breath all of a sudden, and then I need to sit down.
Yeah, I saw you panting, and your cardio is probably better than mine because you go running all the time, right?
Yeah, it kind of came out of nowhere, man. I don't know. We were just doing that like bent over row kind of thing, and then all of a sudden I was just breathing super heavy, and then I started feeling like I just need to lay down for a little bit, man. Sorry.
No. Take your time, dude. Take your time. Yeah, just relax, dude. Yeah. Alright, so
sorry about that, dude.
No, it's all good, dude. Don't worry about it. Yeah, so we just finished our workout. Yeah, did you want to talk about like what happened or?
Well, so I don't know if I ever mentioned it to you before, but I deal a lot with like anxiety kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. So I have like random panic attack stuff that happens like every so often, and I actually started going to the gym and stuff to kind of like mitigate my anxiety because I think working out and stuff is a good way for stress relief and stuff. But at the same time, like when you're taking like certain pre-workouts and stuff with a bunch of caffeine, you never really know what's gonna happen, right? So I think because we've been doing the quarantine stuff, right, and like I haven't been working out as much, like when I took out pre-workout to work out with you today, it must have just kind of like jolted my system or something where I'm like, feeling
Have
like...
you been taking pre-workout like normally?
No, I haven't.
Yeah.
Yeah, so because like nowadays, because it's only like home workouts that we're doing, like body weight and stuff, like mainly I'm just doing push-ups or whatever, and like band stuff. So I don't feel like I don't need like that kind of pump.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh man, I'm coming to Gokuflex's house today. I gotta get in that extra like pump and stuff. So.
He took pre-workout prior to coming here, by the way.
Yeah.
It wasn't my pre-workout.
yeah, sorry. Let's get that out of the way, yeah. And maybe I should have, because you were talking about it earlier, is low caffeine, yeah. And so maybe that's an issue. So I don't know what my caffeine count is, but I'm guessing that's what kind of set it off. So like, I've probably had it like where I'm in the gym. I've actually had to like leave the gym like maybe 4 or 5 times in like the last, I don't know, I've had anxiety for like 7 years now, man.
Damn.
Yeah, so I've probably had it happen to me at the gym like 4 or 5 times already, and like it's one of those things where I'm just like working out and all of a sudden like maybe I'm breathing like heavy from like pumping a lot of weight or something, and then all of a sudden like that affects my other breathing kind of things, like
kind
after.
of like triggers it.
Yeah, exactly. It's a trigger because then I start to feel like, oh man, I can't catch my breath, and then in my mind I'm like, oh shoot, I can't catch my breath, and then it gets even worse, and then my breathing speeds up. And I'm sorry, like I'm kind of talking fast now.
No, yeah.
You can kind of see that, right? So it triggers, right? So I'm like, the anxiety like speeds everything up in your brain. So I've like had to like leave the gym, which is scary. Sit in my truck, like it can't drive home and stuff yet. So it happens every so often, man. But yeah, I appreciate you kind of like taking the time out to like kind of like, okay, man, just kind of calm down and stuff. Yeah, it's definitely weird, man, because
it's always health safety first, man.
Yeah, for sure, man. So it's scary, and I mean, I know a lot of people deal with anxiety and stuff too, and I do want to say that I don't think working out is like a detriment. I think it's very beneficial. Like whatever happened over here today, like that's not going to stop me from working out, like I'm not scared to work out.
So you think there's more positives than negatives, but you did notice that sometimes?
99.9% positive, for sure. Yeah. It's like the amount of stress relief you get and the amount of like feeling good after a workout. Yeah, the endorphins, yeah. So it's way more beneficial. Like I actually feel like more anxious sometimes when I'm not lifting, because it's like, I'd rather be out there like, burning energy. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, it happens. It's just weird that it happened here. It's kind of unfortunate.
So how did you initially find out that like you had anxiety? Like,
dude, it was kind of scary. So the first time I ever had like a panic attack was probably, like I said, 7 years ago, and I was like coming home from work one day, and then all of a sudden like I started feeling like my heart was kind of like pounding, and then I felt like shortness of breath, and I felt like I couldn't breathe. So I had my friend that I was living with at the time. He had to drive me to the ER, and then they hooked me up to like EKG machines because they thought I was having a heart attack. I thought I was gonna die, so I was like, yeah, it was scary. Panic attacks are really scary. So went over there. They're like, your heart's fine. The EKG machine measures your heart and stuff. So they said you're fine. So went into the waiting room or the room, and they're saying, you think you just have anxiety, man? And I'm like, nah, I'm good, man. Like I don't think so. I'm usually okay. Like sometimes I get anxious, but I'm not an anxiety person, right?
Yeah, especially coming from Hawaii, where everyone's so like chill, relaxed, and
exactly. Like we don't have much to stress about in the islands. So so I was kind of like opposing it, right? I was like, nah, that's not me. And they're like, we can offer you medicine and stuff. I'm like, nah, I don't want to take any medicine. I'm good.
Yeah.
So in that same month when I first got it, I ended up going to the ER like 3 more times.
Oh.
Yeah, dude. Because every single time I thought I was just like literally like gonna die. Like, yeah, that's the feeling you get with a panic attack. Like a lot of people say, hey man, it's all in your head. Like, get over it, Like just don't think about it and you'll be good. But the problem with panic attacks is like, panic attack, even though it's in your head, it triggers physical symptoms. Like you kind of saw me today, like had to sit down. I told you my hands were clammy. I was kind of sweating and like cold sweats. It brings about like these weird things in your body, and that extrapolates what's going on in your mind. So yeah, I went back to the ER plenty of times, and then I was like, okay. Yeah, I mean, I just learned like to take a step back when things do get bad, and then it usually, I mean, I'm better now. We're doing this though, right? So it helps. So yeah, I appreciate it again though, man, like for taking the time out and like checking on me.
No, don't worry about it, dude. Yeah, it's always, safety comes first, and live to lift another day.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And I mean, if there's one last thing I could say about it is like, not to be like embarrassed about it if you guys are watching, like it's kind of tough for me like talking to an audience about like anxiety and stuff, but at the same time like it's good to talk about it. You recognize your symptoms and stuff, and like now Matt knows what's going on. So like
Yeah.
if he sees something weird when I'm working out with him again in the future, he can kind of be like, I think you should ease up, or
just take a break.
yeah, exactly. Or if he sees me taking too much caffeine, like, you sure you want to do that? You know, like so he can kind of help out, and that's what's important is like not being embarrassed about it and like talking about it and like having a support structure or like a friend who can kind of like watch your back on that. So it's helpful. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. All right, so I'm going to end the video here. Shout out to Bryson for, opening up and sharing his story with you guys. It's not something he's comfortable, sharing, but he understands that it can help a lot of you guys watching. So make sure to check out his channel. Link will be down below in the description. Also, shout out to 6 Star Pro Nutrition for sponsoring this video. And if you guys made it to the end, comment down below, #overcome. I know a lot of you guys, even outside of anxiety and everything like that, I know a lot of you guys maybe, going through some stuff, especially with this quarantine and everything going on. There's lots of mental implications going on, but understand we will overcome this and we will push through and we will ascend. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Much love, strength, and honor. Aloha.